Welcome to the first episode of Linked Intro. We are interviewing some of the most credible people in the field and learning all about them in under 10 minutes with just 12 quick-fire questions. Unlike other interviews, I will not be responding to Gav. I'll literally be asking him 12 questions and moving on to the next. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Gav Gillibrand, who runs the GHG method. So Gav, first of all, thank you for being on the first ever episode of Linked Intro.
My pleasure. I'm excited to be here. I love the idea of the format, the 12 quick questions, rapid fire. It's going to be weird not hearing a response from you. I've done a lot of podcasts myself, been on them, host one myself, but I'm happy to go with this kind of weirdish formula, if you want to think. But I love it. I love the idea. So I'm ready whenever you are.
Cool, let's go. So what motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
Oh, well, I'll be honest, I love work. I really do. I'm inspired by my work. I'm in a good spot with my coaching. I work very, very hard. I work from home. So from a professional business point of view, that inspires me to get up in the morning. I'll be honest, I like making money, but it's not for money in the bank. It's what you can do with that and what it offers you, because money, as you know, gives you choices, doesn't it? And it took me a long time to move my business from one-to-one personal training to a purely online business model. And I managed to move away from the gym one-to-one 2 years ago. So I'm motivated to help as many people as possible. And that means working hard on the coaching business. So, yeah.
Great. What attracted you to your profession?
All right. There's a good story with this. Always been massively into sport, keeping fit, played good quality rugby, football, cricket at a young age. Age 15, this is a true story. When everyone went to work experience, people went to a bank or insurance company or, got a trade. I actually went and did my work experience for a day at a local gym in Norwich. Now, I'm showing my age now. This was 1989, and I was age 15, I think. And I've just discovered Flex magazine, Muscle Mag, all the bodybuilding mags. And there was this bodybuilder who owned this weight training gym in Norwich. And this is a true story. And across the gym, he put me through a workout, and there was this guy in a leotard with a ponytail, 6'2", tanned, doing a step class. Step had just hit the UK. And he had like 40 women, and he had literally them eating out of the palm of his hand. And I went, that's who I want to be. Not without the ponytail and the leotard. I thought, I want to be a fitness instructor. I didn't know what that was, but I thought, you know what, that's what I want to be. And that was my story. I ended up doing sports science at uni. Had a bit of a different career change, which we'll probably talk about in some of the other questions maybe. But ever since I was a young age, I just wanted to get into fitness and personal training, and yeah, that's it.
Right. Share one thing most people don't know about you.
Well, some people know this, but not everyone. I went on blind date in 1993. And that I just started doing stripograms that year. And that became a full-time career for 17 years. I was a full-time male stripper all over the UK, all over Europe, until the age of 35.
Wow.
So a lot of people know that, but there's probably more people who don't know that. Obviously, close friends, family, and I've talked about it on LinkedIn with a video, but still, most people probably don't know that. But my little claim to fame, 1993 blind date, I won, by the way. I got picked by Sally from Bournemouth. And funny story around that, do you know the comedian Ed Byrne? You know the Irish guy with the long hair? Do you know him?
Yeah.
He was on the show with me. There was Irish guy, him, Scottish guy, and the English guy, me, and Sally from Bournemouth picked me to go on the trip. And we went on a steam train in fucking Peterborough. They stitched me up entirely. So that's a long story. We'll have to do a podcast on that another time.
Great. What do you love doing in your spare time?
Spare time. If I'm not working, I like keeping in shape. I really like looking after my health. So I go to the gym most days. most of the things that I do based around health, playing sports really, although as I've got a bit older, not so many sports, more of a case of getting to the gym. What other hobbies I've got? You know what? I probably work a bit far too much. If I'm really honest, being self-employed forever, I've never had a job. I actually find it quite hard to switch off. So even when I'm not working, I find myself working. Do you resonate with me? I know you're not going to answer me, but I like a little bit of Netflix in the evening, but I think I work too much. I think I'm answering my own question here. I think I need to learn to chill out a bit more. Definitely.
Great. What's your elevator pitch?
Oh, I've got this nailed. Right. I help busy and stressed people lose 20 pounds or more in 12 weeks or less without cutting carbs or other fun stuff from their lives.
Boom.
I've never actually said that elevator pitch, but it sounds fucking good, doesn't it?
It does. It does. If you were the government, what one thing would you change?
Oh, I thought about this as well. I would ban smoking entirely. And the only reason the government don't do that is because there's so much tax and revenue and money. So it's literally completely contradictory to what we're trying to do as humans. So it kills so many people and it costs billions on the health service, which we're moaning we can't support because of lack of funding and all that. Yet the one thing that causes most of the problems, the government are making the most money from. So totally hypocritical, first thing. Secondly, I would legalise all other drugs. I would legalise cocaine, heroin, or take away the black market. It's quite a progressive thought, but if you think about this, I saw a really good documentary on Netflix, which I recommend to you and everyone else, called The Business of Drugs. And the first episode was talking about cocaine. And if you think about the problems that we've got around cocaine, well, let's look at the most of cocaine users. Now, would you agree with me that most people that use cocaine are middle to upper class people, generally, that use it as a drink at the weekend because it's expensive, right? Now, if we legalize that, as in if you went to buy a gram of cocaine and it was 100% pure, there'd be less deaths, there'd be no crime, less addiction, less maybe prostitution, less child trafficking. The whole of society would change if they legalized drugs, if the big drug companies got behind it, because here's the hypocritical thing. We've got legalized prescription drugs that are way worse for our health than cocaine and heroin. The only reason those drugs are bad for us is because they're mixed with stuff and you have to go and buy it on the corner from some dodgy drug dealer. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. But I would definitely legalize all drugs. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime. Anyway.
Great. And what's your biggest achievement to date?
Professionally, I'll start with that. Professionally, I think my book, The GHG Method, I put a lot of work into this. The GHG Method, a no bullshit approach to losing body fat, upgrading your mindset, radically changing your life. I'm really, really proud of that. Personally, I guess my kids, babies. I've got a 16-year-old or 15-year-old daughter, 2.5-year-old boy bombing around, and another one about to come out the sunroof in about 12 days. So yeah, I'm proud of them. So professionally, the book, personally, children.
Amazing. And what makes your product / service unique, Gav?
I personally think, I just said it there, the fitness industry is very confusing for many people, as you know. There's a lot of bullshit out there, special diets, special products, supplements. It confuses the average person that literally have no clue about how to eat, how to look after their health. But as you know, and you'll agree, health is a cliche, but without health, we've got nothing. It's health's our greatest wealth. So my angle is teaching the average person how to still have fun in their life and lose weight, because most people have got the common misconception that they need to cut carbs, go to the gym 6 days a week, drink 5 protein shakes a day, maybe do this, do that, have a draconian lifestyle around fitness. Now, the average person in their 40s with a couple of kids is not going to do what maybe you and me might do for fitness. You've been at the top end of fitness. You've been ripped, right? You know what it takes to get like that. How many people will ever get to what you got to? 1%, if that? That's not the average person. So I like to take the bullshit out of the industry, do it in a funny way. So if I make people laugh, entertain them, for me, that's a job done. You'll see all my videos. I want people to come away with a few ideas. I like this guy. He makes me laugh, and he's given me some valuable information I can use to help me lose weight. That's what I think is a bit different to what I do. I'm not saying I'm the only person doing that, but a lot of people, especially PTs, take themselves far too seriously. Far too seriously.
Great stuff. What goal are you currently working towards?
Second book. Slowly writing the second book. That would be the main goal. On a personal level, professional level, personal level, I've actually got a niggling back injury. It's been plaguing me for a couple of years. So I'm working. I've actually just hired a coach, a PT, who's going to help me with some mobility and some structural development. So I'm working on that. But yeah, they're the two sort of main things that I'm kind of working on at the moment.
Brilliant. Tell me something that's true that almost nobody agrees with you on.
Ooh. Okay, I've got one. Network marketing is one of the most amazing, lucrative industries and very ethical. That is the truth. And the majority of people seeing this will probably disagree with me. You're wrong. I'm right.
Brilliant. And what's your favorite quote?
I have to use our old mate, Jim Rohn. I talk about him like I know him. I don't. I've just seen all of his videos. It's not the blowing of the wind. It's the set of the sail.
Love it.
And I'll explain that very quickly to everyone. You'll know what I mean, Mark. The same wind blows on us all. Everyone's going through COVID, tough times, good times, bad times. But the difference between where someone is now and where they are in 10 years is the direction they take, and that boils down to their goals and their habits on a daily basis. The great book I've read, you've probably read it, by Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. You read that one? You're not going to answer me, are you? No. All the things that create any success in any area of life, they're easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. So it's habits, isn't it? Simple habits every single day that will create success. And if you think someone that's put a lot of weight on, or is in debt, or is having bad relationships because they've had a load of small bad habits that have led to long-term disasters over time. And it's the same, the opposite is true of success. That's it. It's not the blowing of the wind, it's the set of the sail.
Love it. What's your biggest piece of value you can share with our listeners?
Ooh, biggest piece of value. Okay, this is one two parts. I say, look, I'm serious about life, but I don't take life too serious. That is my own quote. As in, look, life can be amazing, but can also be really shit. It's really shit for a lot of people. I literally could die tomorrow, and I don't know that. So in the meantime, I'm 46 now. So if I look after my health and I have a bit of luck, I'm going to get another 46 years, maybe 40 years. So I'm going to have a great time. So I'm serious about life, but I don't take life too seriously. Everything's fun and jokes for me. Even when things go horribly wrong, I like to try and see the amusing side of things. Now, people might hear this and see this and say, well, it's okay for him to say because things are going well. You don't know me, or you don't know what look, I've had terrible things go wrong, but I'm always looking on the bright side of life to try and my second part of that is always be true to yourself, as in always be yourself. I think a lot of people spend far too much time trying to be a certain way because they need to behave a certain way to impress other people. I'm 100% me at all times. If I was sitting in front of a billionaire CEO asking me these questions, he would get exactly the same answer in the same way I'm talking to you. If you were a dustman, and no disrespect to any dustman in the world, I don't care who you are, I'm going to be exactly the same. I'm going to be me unapologetically 100% of the time. I think if people could just be themselves, they'll repel the people that won't resonate with them, and they'll attract the people that do vibe with them. And that is the best way to be in life. That's my advice.
Fantastic. Well, Gav, that's all the questions. Thank you for your incredible insight. Guys, if you're not connected with Gav, reach out Gav Gillibrand on his LinkedIn. He's got phenomenal content and he serves the community with some incredible stuff. So thank you, Gav, for taking time out to be the first linked intro video.
Appreciate it, Mark. Thank you.